Have you ever wondered why the world's population is declining contrary to popular belief? Yes, you heard it right. The global population is not skyrocketing as many assume. Instead, we're facing a rather intriguing puzzle. A decline in the world's population. Now, this might seem counterintuitive, right? After all, we've been told repeatedly that the world is overpopulated, that we're bursting at the seams with humanity. This, however, is a common misconception. While certain regions do experience population growth, many others are witnessing a decline. So what's happening? The answer lies in a phenomenon called the demographic transition. This concept explains the transformation of countries from high birth and death rates to low birth and death rates. As societies modernize and people's quality of life improves, birth rates tend to fall. Initially, this was offset by lowered death rates, leading to a population boom. But as birth rates continue to decrease, the population growth starts to slow down. Eventually, we reach a point where the number of people being born is less than those dying. And voila, we have a declining population. But wait, it doesn't stop here. This transition isn't uniform across the globe. Some countries are still in the early stages with high birth and death rates. Others have moved past the point of population growth and are now facing a decline. This patchwork of demographic stages creates a complex, ever-shifting mosaic of global population trends. So, the next time someone mentions overpopulation, remember, it's not that simple. The reality is far more nuanced, interlaced with various factors like socioeconomic development, healthcare advancements, and cultural shifts. The world's population puzzle is a fascinating riddle, one that continues to evolve and shape our global society. To fully understand this, we need to delve deeper into the data. And so we shall in the next scenes. Buckle up as we embark on this journey to unravel the intricacies of our global population. Numbers speak louder than words, especially when we talk about population. So, let's delve into the data and see what it reveals about the world's population trends. Our journey begins with the fertility rate, a crucial determinant of population growth. Simply put, it's the average number of children a woman would have during her childbearing years. For a population to replace itself without immigration, the fertility rate needs to be about 2.1. Anything less than that and we're headed for a population decline. Now let's look at the global fertility rate. In the 1960s, it was an impressive 5. Fast forward to today, it's dropped to around 2.4. Quite a plunge, isn't it? But what's even more astonishing is that many developed countries have fertility rates far below the 2.1 threshold. For instance, South Korea, Spain, and Italy have fertility rates hovering around 1.3. And it's not just the developed world. Emerging economies like Brazil and China are also seeing significant drops in their fertility rates. This is a clear indication that the world as a whole is moving towards a lower fertility rate, which could lead to a decline in population. What about population trends across different regions of the world? Well, Europe is already experiencing a population decline. Africa, on the other hand, is still experiencing a population boom. But even here, fertility rates are beginning to drop. In Asia, the population growth has slowed down significantly, and Latin America is not far behind. These statistics offer a glimpse into a future where population decline could be the norm, not the exception. It might seem counterintuitive, given the current population of over 7 billion. But remember, these are trends, and trends take time to unfold. These numbers paint a clear picture of a declining population, but what are the reasons behind it? Behind every statistic, there is a story waiting to be told. Imagine a bustling city, skyscrapers reaching for the sky and streets buzzing with activity. This is urbanization, one of the key drivers of population decline. As more and more people flock to cities in search of better job opportunities and quality of life, they tend to have fewer children. The hustle and bustle of city life, coupled with the high cost of raising a child, often results in smaller family sizes. Now, let's shift our gaze to classrooms brimming with eager students. Education, particularly women's education, plays a significant role in population decline. As more women gain access to education, they often choose to delay marriage and childbirth, focusing instead on their careers. This delay in starting a family naturally leads to fewer births. Next, consider the advancements in healthcare. Improved healthcare means people live longer, healthier lives, but paradoxically, it also contributes to population decline. How, you ask? Well, with better healthcare, the need for large families to ensure some children survive to adulthood, a common practice in the past, diminishes. Moreover, access to reproductive health services allows people to plan their families better, often opting for fewer children. Lastly, let's delve into changing societal norms. The traditional view of a perfect family with multiple children is evolving. Many people now prefer to have fewer children or decide not to have children at all. This shift in societal norms, driven by various factors such as the desire for personal freedom and economic pressures, is another piece of the puzzle. Each of these factors, urbanization, education, improved healthcare, and changing societal norms, doesn't exist in isolation. They are interconnected, each influencing and being influenced by the others. Together, they weave a complex narrative of population decline, a narrative that goes beyond mere numbers. As we can see, the decline in population isn't a simple matter. It's a result of various interconnected factors. A declining population isn't just a statistic, it has real-world implications. Let's delve into some of these potential consequences, shall we? Firstly, we must consider the economic effects. A declining population usually means fewer workers. This can lead to labor shortages and a decrease in economic productivity. As the population decreases, so too does demand for goods and services. This could potentially lead to a sluggish economy. A decline in population also places a heavier burden on the younger workforce. As the number of elderly people increases relative to the size of the working age population, there's an increased demand for healthcare and social security benefits. This is often referred to as the demographic burden. It's like a seesaw. As one side goes up, the other goes down, and it's the younger generation that's left trying to balance it all. Now let's shift our focus to social changes. A declining population can lead to a loss of cultural heritage and language. As population numbers decrease, so too does the pool of individuals who carry on traditions and languages. This can result in a loss of cultural diversity, something that enriches our world considerably. Another social impact is the potential for increased loneliness and isolation, particularly among the elderly. With fewer family members and a shrinking community, the elderly may lack the social and emotional support they need. Lastly, we mustn't forget about the environmental impacts. On the positive side, a declining population could ease pressure on resources and the environment. Fewer people might mean less consumption, less waste, and a smaller carbon footprint. However, it's not a clear-cut solution to environmental issues. A smaller population could lead to abandoned infrastructures and urban decay, which come with their own set of environmental problems. In a nutshell, the implications of a declining population are complex and multifaceted. They span across economic, social, and environmental domains, creating a ripple effect that influences every aspect of our lives. The repercussions of population decline are far-reaching and complex, affecting every facet of our lives. The future is not set in stone. It is shaped by our actions today. As we gaze into the horizon of the future, we are faced with the task of managing the inevitable population decline. The solutions are not one-size-fits-all, but a blend of different strategies tailored to specific contexts. Firstly, let's consider immigration policies. Countries experiencing a significant decrease in population could consider opening their doors to immigrants. This not only replenishes the workforce, but also infuses the society with new ideas, cultures, and perspectives. Of course, it's essential to establish immigration policies that respect human rights and social integration, creating a society that is diverse and harmonious. Next, we could look at family-friendly policies. Governments could incentivize couples to have more children by providing adequate parental leave, affordable childcare, and financial support. In countries like France and Sweden, these policies have proven quite effective in maintaining stable population levels. However, it's crucial to balance these incentives with the need for gender equality and women's rights to work and personal development. Sustainable development is another key strategy. As the population declines, we need to rethink our economic models. Instead of focusing on growth, we could shift towards sustainability. This involves creating economies that are resilient, equitable, and respectful of the planet's finite resources. It's about ensuring that the generations of tomorrow inherit a world that is as vibrant and bountiful as the one we enjoy today. Proactive planning and policy making are at the heart of these strategies. Governments, businesses, and individuals need to work together, making decisions today that will shape the world of tomorrow. This requires courage, creativity, and a deep sense of responsibility towards future generations. Population decline presents both challenges and opportunities. It's up to us to navigate this shift wisely, ensuring a sustainable and prosperous future for all. Remember, the future is not something that happens to us. It's something we create. Let's roll up our sleeves and build a world that we can be proud to pass on.